Welcome to our Saturday night. The junk that we bought, we tell you what we paid for it and what we'll sell it for. We own a home decor shop and we sell the items here. And recently, as of like, I don't know,
half an hour, 45 minutes?
45 minutes ago, we just started our new website. It is JamiRayVintageHome.com, and I understand there has already been a sale.
Sweet. Woo! Someone found it and ordered them some stuff. There's not a ton on there yet because we just barely launched it, but like give it a week and we'll have a bunch of stuff on
Well, and quantities are limited, so I have a feeling that what's on there is going to go quick. But anyways, we titled this video they made us stop thrifting because our thrift stores have closed.
They're all closed, so you know this may be the last one for a little bit. We have some other junk we could show you, but it's not all stuff from a thrift store.
Well, so just to be perfectly honest about it, this I thrifted I thrifted up until the last 30 minutes that they were closed. And we are going to be finding new ways to get junk. So we will still be live every Saturday at 8:30, just with junk from another mother.
All right, so let's get into this. This is a big, huge, almost like I think they were in a garden, and you probably would have put a planted pot up on top because they've got some damage on the bottom and they're all cracked up, and I'm gonna probably just paint them and not mess with it. We'll leave the age.
Well, we'll break off whatever's loose.
Yeah, so I think that they were meant to be outside. They're resin. So these were cool. How much were these, Jamie? $10 each.
They were a little bit more than I normally pay, but for this size, they'll easily sell for about $30 each, $29.95.
Yeah, they're big.
So I'm gonna actually pull up comments. I don't know why
all right, so we got two of those.
Wasn't there? Oops, the volume's on.
Okay.
They said garden ball stands.
Yeah.
And interesting, because didn't I thrift a garden ball? Where is it?
It's over there.
I did. Let's show them that next. So, you know me, I'm always looking for wholesale floral, but I could never find anything decent. So I thrifted a lot, and this was $2. At a floral store, I think these sell for like $20. So I'm going to look up the price because I know these floral balls
it's a good one.
are expensive. Yeah, it's a big one. It's just a little dusty, so we'll take a can of air, hose it off. It'll be just fine. Another option, throw them in the dishwasher with cold water. I've been known to do that.
How much was this? Oh, it was $2. It was on the tape. $2 for this. How much will you sell this for?
Probably like 15.
15.
So let's see. Gazing ball stands is what they said. Jardiniere base, garden ball stands. Just answering questions.
I knew they went outside. I'm just like, I'm not sure what goes on these.
Nicole, there should be shipping on the new website to Hawaii. If there's not, we have a new website email. So if you're emailing about the home website, just email info@JamiRayVintageHome.com and we'll figure out what's going on. Again, we just launched it, so we're figuring it all out.
There might be a couple keeks. All right, this corbel was $4.
$4.
It's a single. We don't have two, but sometimes these just look cool. They're like almost like architectural salvage when you paint them up cool. This one's kind of got a drab gray paint job on it and some faux dots.
So it's actually more like a corbel shelf. That's why there's only one.
Oh, gotcha. So
like
it's
shelf.
like use it like a shelf.
Yeah. So we paid for, how much is $4?
$4.
I'll sell it for $20. And I love to find things like this because they have so much detail. When we repaint them and distress it, it turns out really good.
Very, very detailed. But look, you can see what I'm talking about. Like those little dots on there are painted on there. Oh, super chat from Christy Maurer.
Oh, thank you. It's like the most, I'm going to have to maybe put this sideways. Can I still do, okay, I can still do comments. Because I have my phone charging because I was using my phone to help get, we literally just got the website finished. So I was using it to look stuff up. All right, so the other thing that's exciting that we will get to today is there's new DIY products that came out today. So if you didn't watch the video this morning, you'll be excited. And even if you did, we'll use them again on another project.
We have all kinds of stuff. So something fun about the new home decor website, when we find cool items like this, you might see them show up there because it's worth it for us to just do a single listing on something like this. This is heavy, probably pewter, not tin, and it's not brass, but definitely super solid.
I think there's two of those, isn't there?
Yeah, there are two.
It's going to take us a little while to get this kind of things on there, probably a couple weeks, but we'll slowly but surely work on it. Because as you guys know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Stores are closing. We still have our doors open, but we do curbside pickup and a limited amount of people come in every day. Somewhere between 2 to 8 people might come through the door, but we don't know when that's going to end. And so the gals that work here, because we're slower, they're going to start loading these kinds of things up on the home decor website, which will be awesome because it'll make it easier to ship them to you.
All right, so these were $5 each. I don't know, we might do something with them paint-wise, I'm not sure. We paint everything, even brass sometimes. So it just depends on what we're in the mood for and if we think it'll sell as is after we clean it up, because they do need some scrubbing, or if they need to be painted. So what would you sell these for?
Those would probably be like $24.95 each.
Yeah.
They're beautiful, and painted they'll be awesome. Pam Clayton says she got all her brushes. Today,
right.
If you're watching this video, the day it aired is the last day of our semi-annual brush sale. It's our largest sale of the year, and we are just hours away from it being done.
Basically have 3 hours left. So if you're watching on March 21st, 2020, you have
March
3 hours.
Already?
Yeah, we're almost through with March already.
Yeah, we ended at midnight Mountain Time, so make sure you guys get those before it's too long.
All right, some fun these are resin. I don't see a price on these. Do you remember how much you paid for these?
I don't know, but I think they were a couple bucks. But so, Chasing Life, are these goodies from your garage storage that you thrifted previously? So these are actually thrifted. I didn't tell the whole story, so I'll get it going. Was it Wednesday or Thursday?
It was Wednesday in the afternoon.
Afternoon at 2 o'clock. My girl Marlene, who actually is helping get me some junk for next week, she dropped it off. She posted that DI was going to close. We had to go live in our business coaching group, so we got through that, and then I headed over to the DI, and it was 4 o'clock, and at the sign on the door said they were closing at 6. Normally they don't close till 8. So I literally had 2 hours. So I wound up hitting that thrift store and hustling to another thrift store, and I finished about 30 minutes before DI closed for like an indefinite amount of time till things get better in the current world situation. So I was super happy that I was able to know it closed. It's funny because I probably got like 50 PMs. DI closed, DI closed. I'm like, I know. I got there before they closed.
And you actually had a pretty good haul. Like, you found some good stuff.
Hey, I can spend money fast. You've known that all our married life.
You went to 2 thrift stores and got all this stuff. All right, so these are kind of like ceiling tins. They're small, but there's 4 of them, and they have hangers on the back, so they can be hung like this, or they have little legs back here, so they can be used to stand upright on their own. These were $2 each. We will probably paint these up and
Sell
maybe
for $12.95. And the reason why I bought multiples, you know why? Because if I have 4, that's enough to sell on the website. So that's what I'm looking for. Now that we have our home decor website, when I'm out thrifting and junking, if I can find multiples of unique items, then it makes it worth listing.
You know what these would be cool doing?
What?
We could use the new Shipwrecked on these tonight.
Oh, yeah, we could. Do you think over this, or should we use the patina and then the Shipwrecked?
Maybe we'll play around with it. We'll
Whoop,
see.
whoop. Maybe
Weigh in
more
if
than
you want to see us
$12.95.
paint these with the new DIY products.
Yeah, well, I want to have like wholesale items, and we do have some European antiques that are being imported, but I also want to be able to offer things that are like unique that we've finished.
Yeah,
So
it's going to
let's
be
see.
fun. It'll be a good way to get some of the stuff you see on Thrift Haul. Not everything, but you know, we wanted to open it up a little more. If it's going to be something that can easily be shipped, we'll just shoot that out there.
So I'm interrupting this Zep memo because Sally Bonzwell says, oops, whoa, what happened? Where did Sally go? Oh, I made a big online order this morning. I can hardly wait to get everything. Thank you, Sally.
Sally.
You and like half of all of our followers. It's been a busy day.
You know, people are showing up on a Saturday. It's been awesome.
I think it's just all the things going on. So Jessica Abracadabra Refurbished says, love you guys. If I had $1 million, I would give you both $1 million. God bless. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, we didn't say how these were $2. How much will we sell these for?
I did. I said they're $2. I'm selling for $12.95.
Oh.
But maybe more, because if we use the copper patina, they could be more awesome. Just throwing it out there. It could be awesomeness that we can't contain.
I
Alright.
missed that.
Next, milk glass.
Milk glass vase, you know what we do with these. We put them all together. We got like 10 of them on a shelf.
And I paid $1. I'll sell it for $6.95. One of the things I'm going to do with some of the vintage items is if they're like items, I'm going to offer them, but you will get whatever it is in the order that it comes. Meaning, like, if I'm offering you a vintage item, it says in the description that there could be some variance, because obviously if it's a true antique, they're not all going to be, or vintage item, it won't all be exactly the same. So that's going to be fun that you guys will be able to find those things there.
So you said you've been struggling with finding good floral, but these, they're like a burlap cloth that's been...
Well, I said I struggled finding it wholesale. I thrift it all the time.
Yeah, check that out. These are awesome. And someone's crinked up the stems so that they fit in this pot, which is kind of like a fake. Is this?
It's ceramic.
It is ceramic. I'm like, is
And
that
it was
metal?
$3 for this vase, or this pitcher, and the flowers. Originally, it came from Bed Bath & Beyond for $14.99. We know that they give coupons on everything, so really that could have been like $12.99. So at our store, it'll probably be like 12 bucks.
Yeah.
And then I'll also charge probably like $6 for the group of flowers. So usually what I do is I'll put like this out and price it, and then I'll take the group of flowers and tie it up with some twine with a tag, and then I'll price this, and I stage them together, but I price them separately, so that way if somebody just wants the flowers or somebody just wants the vase, they can buy them independently. And I always make sure you can see the flower tag that way.
Are we
There's no
going to paint
confusion.
this, or are we going to leave it red?
No, it's cool the way it is.
Leave it red.
I don't love a lot of red in my store, but I do feel like you need to have pops of red to kind of balance out your tone.
All right, what is this?
So Joe said something. I know people weren't expecting a live. We were going to do a, what's it called, premiere?
Premiere. They canceled Jamie's flight.
I was supposed to, yeah. My sister was going through the temple for the first time, and I was supposed to go with her, but they canceled my flight, so I'm here. And instead, yesterday I worked a 13-hour day. That's why the website's up, because I got stuck here, and rather than cry about it, I did cry a little bit. We'll talk about that later, but I decided let's just go to work and not worry about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. All right, $10 for this.
$10 for this.
But it's a big one. It's heavy, huh?
Yeah, it is heavy.
So show them how big it is against your forearm. You know, the Zeb forearm test.
The forearm test. Yeah. We'll give it an upright testing.
If there's anything you see that you like that's not on the website yet, you can always email lehishop@jamierayvintage.com. Takes me a few days to respond, but tell me where you're at and I can give you information on shipping. But I should warn you, shipping generally runs between $15 and $25 depending on the item. I always like to let people know, because sometimes they're like, really, that much? I'm like, you've been to the post office? They're expensive.
So what are we going to do with this?
So this is going to get painted. I don't know if I'm going to go in the gray family with white wax, or I might do apothecary. I don't know. But definitely it's going to be a colored wax with a paint that's contrasting to bring out all the detail.
All right.
All right. Let's see.
I'm going to move this because this thing rattles around. So this has a lid. It's tin of some sort, metal.
So this is another great option for the copper patina that just came out today.
We almost painted this
detail.
instead of the little cherub.
I went with the cherub because it had the cutest little butt crack. And you didn't see it on the video, but the butt crack of that cherub from the video this morning is now shipwrecked because of the wax like congregated in the crack.
Shipwrecked. Can you say that? Can you put that in a
Yeah,
sentence?
the butt was shipwrecked. It's totally PG.
Okay.
All right, hold
So
on.
how much was this? Oh, $5 for this. What are we looking at once we finish this up?
Oh, that's easily $20 to $25. It's big. It's almost like
You could
two
store a
of
lot
my
of
arms.
stuff in this. You could almost fit a small blanket in there.
Yeah, and it's pretty heavy. Like, it's got a nice base on it, which I like, and it has the lid. So, all right, let's pull up comments. Is shipping that much for a single brush? Whatever the website is, that is how much it is. Let's see.
All right, so this is a vase, I'm assuming, tin. That looks like it's been, I don't know if it's been silvered.
Oh, Doggy Mama wants to know if we're going to put our breadboards on the website. We will, but that's probably going to take a hot minute. But we'll get them eventually.
So it says on the bottom it's been lacquered silver. I've never even heard of that. So, you know.
It's been lacquered with silver?
That's what it says.
Oh, it's probably silver and they lacquered over the silver.
Possibly.
I don't know, $1.50 in my world, that's like $9.95 all day long.
We'll clean it. We'll give it a good scrub. We won't polish it because I don't even know that that's a thing for this because it's like a weird shiny finish.
All right, am I still selling DIY paint? Heck yes, all day,
Yeah.
every day. So what we have, just so you're not confused while he's getting the next item, is if you go to JamiRayVintage.com, you're going to find all the paint products, stencils, IOD, DIY, milk paint that I've always carried. And that brand will always be DIY products, things you can fix. The new brand that we launched, the Jami Ray Vintage Home, is centered around home decor and antiques. And I didn't merge them because I don't want to ship paint with home decor. It's not a good mix. Also, with keeping the brands separate, I can hire people that help me with this line and people that help me with this line because the two are like completely different. So I'll always have Jami Ray Vintage. We've just now added the Jami Ray Vintage Home. So hopefully
the home's going to be
sense.
fun because we're going to start like, so when we actually get around to decorating the farmhouse, Jamie's going to find things she loves, set them up so you guys almost like a showroom in the house, how she wants them to be, and then she'll put them on the website and you guys can like recreate that same
Once
look
we get
at
the
your
house, I'm going to be, and I'm also thinking, do tell me I'm going to like buy furniture that we can resell. So Jan said that could have been a toilet paper holder. Oh, that was supposed to be for next week. Wendy brought that, but that's all right.
Oh, Wendy brought this.
It was essentially...
You know, this hails all the way from Storm Lake, Iowa.
Well, it hailed recently from Rocky Earthquake, West Jordan, because we had an earthquake this week there.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Well,
see.
we used it this week. Thank you, Wendy.
If you stencil on cloth, what would you use to make it washable? Okay, so you can either use like fabric medium in your paint, or what I normally do is I just use like the DIY paint, let it dry 24 hours, and I heat seal it. You still are gonna have some fading over time, but the heat sealing will keep it from fading and like washing completely out.
This is like the biggest chicken nacho boat ever.
Chicken nacho? Is that for like the party
chicken,
nachos from Taco Bell?
It's the party nacho chicken boat.
Kathy says I was waxing on and waxing off. That's what I was thinking about.
So this was $7. It's all resin, but they put like a faux wood design in there.
I think it has original price on the bottom.
Original was $39.99. I can't even read what store that was.
I don't know how to turn my phone off.
But it was old. It's an old sticker for sure. But we will most likely not leave this foresty green. We'll paint it up and make it look cool and seal it with some food safe products because you know you got to get all your deviled eggs displayed on the top of the chicken.
I don't think anybody's putting food on that. I'm not really sure why you're like...
I would totally serve food on this. You know, you put it on the center of the table, right? And you load it up with fruit or something.
So, Joe, it is Jami Ray Vintage Home, all one word, .com.
Jami, Jami.
So this, just add the word home at the end, .com. And somebody asked if we have a new logo, and we sure do. Zeb whipped that logo out. It looks similar to this, but it's got a house on it with a bird.
Yep.
And Zeb whipped that out.
Very recognizable. You'll know where you're shopping as soon as you see it.
It's like 10 minutes before we left.
All right, so where'd my
Jenny
sticker
says
go?
the chicken is cool.
$7.
Helen loves it.
We're gonna paint it. What do we do with it, price wise?
$25 at least. What was the original price?
It's very heavy. Like you could put a lot of heavy stuff in here, and it's not gonna tip or rock. I'm putting a lot of pressure down.
Is the home site ready? Yes, Kelly, it's up.
It's up.
You can go check it. Caitlin will link it here in a little bit.
Don't be sad when you're like done in 30 seconds looking at all the things.
I
Next
have to-
week we will be adding a lot of things.
I know. I have to disclose that this kind of happened all of a sudden. If you guys watched our video yesterday, we talked about growing our retail business in the current world that we live in. I won't even mention the name because I don't want to talk about it. It's just super sad. But anyways, when I made the order for the items that I put up on the website, thank you. They were for the shop. So some of our quantities are smaller, but I'm ordering more. So don't be sad.
We got stuff on the way, but we had not initially planned on it. And then kind of things have kind of forced our hand. So it came sooner, so it's more fun.
I'm being super careful because I don't want to like order more and then automatically put it on because you never know like, do they actually have it or do they have to wait for it to get shipped? Right now, I'm working with wholesalers that have the items in their warehouse because I ain't waiting for things to come overseas right now. Cannot depend on that.
No. All right, $2. I'm gonna bring this close. Oh, See the light change when I got close? The camera's like, no, don't get
Donnie,
close.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this because everybody is talking about your face when you presented the chicken. And you're acting like you're the one that I went.
Jami thrifted all of
I
this.
thrifted by myself.
I was
That's
editing a video and could not leave because we had to get it up and then film another video, which came out this morning. Oh, super chat from
Thanks,
Beth Ann T.
She says, thinking of you during this difficult time. Thank you for everything you do.
Appreciate it.
And Pam's reminding everybody that at the end of the name Jami, there is no E. My mom could have made it easy and spelled it the way everybody spells it, but she didn't. And
Now
instead, she gave me Elaine, which makes my middle initial E, which makes it even more confusing on legal documents.
Now you're going to confuse everybody.
Because it's Jami, no E, middle initial E.
All right, little, I want to say that, oh, it's got a little thing. It was $2. What do we sell this little? I'm trying to tell if it's silver or not. Oh, it is.
Oh, it is silver. It's tarnished.
Silver on copper. Ooh, I
Silver
actually
on,
like
that
that.
sounds fancy.
Yeah.
But how much was it?
$2.
$2. I mean,
It's
that's
tiny.
so fancy. I'm probably going to ask at least $7.95.
$7.95. It's perfect for putting like little rings or something in. I love little stuff like this.
And you know what else happened today that totally delighted me?
Go wash your
We
hands.
had a curbside pickup.
We did have a curbside pickup.
So they called the shop, they purchased their stuff, they texted when they got here, and cute little Wendy sanitized her whole situation, packed their order, and dropped it off. So we know that the situation works. If you saw our video yesterday, we got a big sign that says curbside pickup so people know where to pull, and it's got our phone number so they can text when they arrive.
$1.50 mason jar. I'd say we have a whole shelf of these, but they sell faster than we can keep a whole shelf of them. We have a
We
few
have, like,
that hang
5.
around. This one says Americana Mason vintage style on it, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, Cindy's middle name is Elaine, so basically we're twins.
Nice. Let me see if I can. You probably can't read that, but I just read what it said.
Lisa says we're lucky to have Caitlin. We are. This last week, you know, it's one of those things like sometimes everything is like easy peasy and then there's crazy weeks. And between the 2020 stencil release on the JamiRayVintage.com website, the semi-annual stencil brush was a sale that's our biggest sale of the year, and then the situation that's happening in the world that I will not repeat its name. And then you add a new website, recent new inventory in the shop. We hired a new employee, and DIY came out with new products in 7 days.
7 days. It's been a whirlwind of a week. We're ready for Sunday, I'll tell you
Caitlin
that.
got to order dinner courtesy of the business.
We're like-
because the
we're like,
girl's
hey.
been working.
Like, hey, order up dinner for your family.
Yeah. And her little boy, I was on FaceTime, and Caitlin's little boy is like, thanks, Aunt Jami, for dinner. And I'm like, sweet, we were eating cold cereal. That's what we had.
Eliza comes in, she's like, what's for dinner? We're like, not now. Not now. We get
Fruity
cereal.
Pebbles were delicious. Don't tell Debbie Beard because she's been getting me to eat healthy.
So this is just a little honey jar. It says 1 pound pure honey. So if you want to know how much a pound of honey is, it's that much.
Is it? I mean, that could just be decor.
No, I don't think so.
You think it's
I
old?
think it came, I don't know that it's old, but I think it had honey in it.
You think it did?
Yep.
Zeb was thinking about food on it, Sunday dinner plate. Now he's talking about honey, and then he's gonna want me to go make him some biscuits.
You know,
If you
I
give Zeb a
could-
biscuit, he's gonna want some gravy.
I could go for some biscuits and gravy in the morning.
I
You
know.
know what? I cooked pancakes last Sunday. I think it's your turn.
Everybody's loving on Caitlin.
Caitlin's amazing.
What did
She
I
deserves
do?
all the love.
I cooked this last week. Oh, we got another super chat. Let me scroll through.
Super chat.
Shelly says I spent $200 during this sale. It happens real quick.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, super chat, Michelle Tall or
Tall. I'd say that tall.
I would say tall, yeah. We love you guys. We love you too. And then Hasifa says make those biscuits. If you want something funny.
Oh, someone was saying they got their honey like that from the Amish. That's cool. I could go for
I will
some
call
Amish
it an
honey.
Amish honey jar. Oh, you show them that, which we weren't supposed to show them. That's for next week too.
Is this from Wendy too?
That's from Wendy too. That's a free.
Well,
that's
you
a free
gotta
one.
let me know when all the stuff's piled up under the
I
table.
was checking inventory before we went.
So this is a fun little, I'd say it's a hanging candelabra situation.
So to me, it looks like home interiors. Anybody ever remembers home interiors like in the 70s, 80s?
It's gonna get a fun new paint job, I'll tell you that.
Yep. So it was free because Wendy gave it to us, and I'll probably sell it like
Although it might not
$12.
look bad up against a white wall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So Hasifa said for me to make biscuits. If you guys search Cooking with Jami Ray on YouTube, I have exactly one video, and it's biscuits and gravy.
You know, we went out and we bought a hot plate, and we got all this
We
stuff.
invested a whole $40 in the hot plate.
And we bought a couple other things.
and
Like,
I
so you had
only
some
made-
nice dishes to cook in for the videos, and then she made the one video, and then we're like, you know, let's just do 5 videos a week on Jami Ray Vintage.
And now I don't ever
regular
cook.
channel.
But there was this one time I was going to be a food blogger. All right, let's scroll through here.
So I don't know what price is on that. What would you say we'd sell that for?
All right, do you paint underneath furniture? I don't know. Do you look underneath furniture, Connor?
Not often.
Not often.
If it's gonna be like up or somewhere where you would see it, then we do. But most of the time, there's nothing under there but crickets, and no one's going down to check on them.
But I will, before we're done, I will go to the warehouse part of our store for the website, and I'll pull up all the stencil brushes. It is, but it's okay because Marlene hooked us up. We have enough for a haul next week just for Marlene.
Well, Wendy's bringing half the show tonight.
Yeah, she's kind of awesome. If you don't know, Wendy is kind of a new hire. How long has she been
Oh,
here?
she's worked for us for
2
three
months?
months
3
now, I
months?
think. Yeah.
She's awesome. She's really cute. She always wears like this bandana with her hair up, and she looks totally vintage.
She had a pretty busy day. When I was here counting, weighing things for the website, she was here.
Yeah, she was here.
We had like 4 or 5 people come in.
Yeah, which is like, I know 4 or 5 doesn't, not all at the same time. It
I was
like,
only here for 45 minutes.
It was spread out, but 4 or 5 people these days, like in a few hour period, is more than normal. We've had a few days with 3 people the whole day. All
What
right.
color are we gonna paint these? I think these would also be cool with the verdigris finish.
We
with
can't do it on everything.
I think we can though. I think
Oh,
we
home
can.
interior was 90s,
90s.
not 70s. I was off. Oh, super chat, $5.99. It's for Caitlin.
Thank you,
It's
Catherine.
Australian, so I'm gonna like have to figure out the conversion.
We'll make sure it gets
Hey,
to her.
I did tip Caitlin with a 25-pound bag of sugar, and these days, or not sugar, flour. And these days, that's worth gold, right? She's like, "How much do I owe you?" And I'm like, "I got you."
So this one sat in the sun in a window, probably hit that one a little bit.
Caitlin just mentioned the word that I will not repeat, so you'll have to look in comments to know what it is. It won't be in the description box later either.
Can't talk about it. They'll take our monetization away.
I can't talk about it because it's just not my favorite thing.
Also from Wendy, I'm assuming. These fun little plaques. You can probably make a cool little wreath with these. We might do some stamping and
I'm going to use the
stenciling.
new mini grain sacks because we
Oh.
just got them. I haven't even used them yet. But hold on, somebody said something I was going
So I have a couple more things to show you guys, and then I have some handmade stuff that I gotta paint while we're live because I didn't get it done and it needs to get shipped out Monday.
Oh, so Lupe said her mom sold home interiors in the 70s. I was like, I was pretty sure I was right because my mom always talks about it.
So
But-
this is Anchor Hawking, big. I don't know if it had a lid, probably not. But we like to display rolling pins and stuff this size.
Yeah, I always pick
We
these
got-
up when I find them.
Got all the fun painted handles.
we just
hanging
put
at the
them,
top.
and that came from William Bell, which, what's his Instagram? What is it? Will the Woodworker?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah,
I was
so look
trying
him
to
up,
think
Will
of
the
it.
Woodworker. He does a lot of junking. In fact,
A lot.
he gave us, his wife, Cute Kim, gave us some tips on where to get curbside freebies. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyways, he's the one that gave me the idea to put the rolling pins in there instead of a crock because he says if people can see the whole rolling pin, they buy more of them. And you know what?
He's right.
It's true.
So this was $5 in the shop. It's probably what, 15?
$16.95 probably.
Whew, I was off. I'm always
But
off
we
by
don't
$1
sell
or
them a
$2.
lot. Usually I just keep them for display and then every now and then they sell. Super chat, $24.99 from Just One More Thing. She says,
Oh, thank you.
thank you for sharing your ideas. I'm a boho mid-century gal, but I love your ideas and reimagining of previous owned objects. It has my creative juices flowing of ways to decorate my home. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, Jenny has a good one. That's a great Oreo cookie jar.
It is a great Oreo.
And
cookie
Jen
jar.
said that if people are looking at, it was funny, it was about looking under furniture. Oh, she says, I say if visitors look under my furniture for paint, we can't be friends or I'll make them clean.
Or make them paint it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 7 of these. They're just little frames. They do stand up independently. It looks like there's quotes. It's all the same quote though.
What? Oh, they're from a wedding? wedding.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm reading it. I'm like, okay.
So these are also items that I purchased for the website. I do not intend to paint them, but I did think, because they're kind of like this cool tarnished look, they were 50 cents each. So it'll probably be like a low dollar item. Like I can't imagine charging more than like $3 or $4.95 for these. But I thought, wouldn't it be cute to like print something, like a little farm animal or something, or even stamp something, and then make them cuter? Because this nobody cares about. Well, I mean, their parents do, but Chrissy and Jim, January 2006. I mean, like, I hope they're still married.
Yeah.
But
14 years strong.
14 years strong. But anyways, they had more. I just wound up getting these. Oops, my phone
Did your
died.
phone just die?
No.
You unplugged it.
How did it unplugged
All right.
itself?
So how much did you say you were going to sell these for?
No comments will be read. What? Oh, $3 or $4.95. Depends on what I put
$3 or $4.95.
inside of them.
Okay.
I don't know how awesome they're gonna be.
We have this table. What's the price on this bad boy? $10. It's got a fun, beautiful MDF top that's chipping on the
beautiful
backside.
MDF. I'm not sure you can use
And
those
it's,
same.
you know, the
ones.
base on it is crazy cool.
Yeah, the base is cast iron. I'm guessing
This is just a
this is
pipe.
not the top.
This is just a pipe on here that someone's threaded on.
Yeah, I'm guessing that that had something on top of this top, like maybe.
It's like a restaurant style table.
I'll read your comments as soon as my phone is charged.
Okay.
It's pretty bad when your iPhone 11 dies because
It does have a lot of battery.
this is not charging. Is this not plugged in?
You're not plugged
No,
in.
I don't think the extension cord is plugged in.
Oh, well, let me screw this back together real
Hold on,
quick.
let's see. Whoa!
Hey, stop pulling on that.
I'm gonna just not move. Is the extension cord not plugged in?
It is plugged in, but okay, you had that all wrapped around the tripod. All right, no pulling on stuff,
But
baby.
okay, now it's charging. Sorry. I'm trying to remain calm, but I'm a little bit hyper because I'm real tired. And I'm also so excited for the website. I have to say, putting stuff in the computer, which I know people think that Caitlin does everything, but we did some of it, is not fun. But photographing was actually a really fun time. I liked it. So
we might get to stamping or stenciling on the top of this because we didn't get much stuff, and we have new stencils we haven't even shown you guys
well,
from
we
last
haven't even
week.
shown them this over here.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Oh.
I'm not quite there.
Oh, and these. Did we have 2 of these bunches? I think we did. So like I said, I like to get flowers when we're thrifting. It's $2.
Those were in this jar just chilling.
I'll probably mark them at $5.95 and just use them to stage the shop.
All right, pass me that cloche.
Now these flowers are real special.
They're
I
probably
feel like
real.
I might send these, if the word that I won't say was a person, I'd send them these flowers because that's how I feel about them.
So the cloche is really cool. It's been super glued down, so I'll have to see if I can get it off. We'll definitely paint that
It's been super glued down.
bright cherry red. Yeah, there's glue
What
on the
is
side
wrong
over
with
here.
people?
It's all right. A little heat gun, that'll pop that right off.
I'm wondering, do you think that's somebody's like wedding bouquet?
Oh, you know what? You
You
could
know
be
what?
right.
I wonder if that wedding bouquet belongs to Chrissy and Jim. Maybe they're not married and they dropped all their stuff off at the DI.
Well, we got it for $5, and I'll take it.
It's what we got out of the divorce.
Watch out, though. There's like some goopy glue.
There's glue.
somewhere
I
over
think
there on
it's
the
from
table.
our last craft project.
Could be. Watch out for it. So this was $5. If we can save the color of the wood and clean this
Well,
cloche
we
up,
could paint the wood if it doesn't.
well, then the inside will be painted if you can't get the clothes
Oh, I can't sell it the way it is. This
Yeah,
is
we'll
not
get it
Beauty
off.
and the Beast. Those roses have to go.
Yeah, we'll get it off. We'll fix that. All right, I did have some other
Phone's
things.
back on.
I did have some other things that I will show you just because we don't talk about them terribly often. These are actually on the JamiRayVintage.com
.com.
website. We do corbels. We sold the bigger set. They're about this tall and much thicker. And then these are the little brother set. These are the Olivers. They're a little less.
Well, they're not the brother, they're the son. So
The
the
son,
story
yeah.
behind them is all my corbels are named after my real life friends or family. And the big ones are Patrick's because my friend Christy, her husband gave us an idea, and so in payment he wanted us to name a corbel after him. And so the big ones are Patrick's, and these are the Olivers because that's their boy's name. They're little ones.
So these have, I did a table with these, and up underneath the leg, right where the leg hits the table on the skirt, these are up underneath all of those, and it's amazing. It's over. It's at the plant bar. The table is at the plant bar still, I believe.
Rose, do I have something to worry about? Do you want me to tell you what Rose said when I talk about Beauty and the Beast?
Do I?
We're gonna throw down. She says Zeb is already a handsome beast.
Oh.
I'm not like.
You know, ironically,
He is
in
pretty
Beauty
hairy.
and the Beast, like, the Beast has always been my favorite character. Like, he's one of my favorite Disney characters. When I was a kid, man, I wanted to be the Beast.
And when Zeb's hungry, you know that part in Beauty and the Beast when he goes, "Then starve."
Yeah.
That's pretty much Zeb if he's hungry and off camera.
I got my good days and my bad days. But I'm going to paint these white. But these are, we're going to put these finished, because you can get them unfinished on our Jami Ray Vintage website, because we're all about letting
Rose
you
says it's okay.
paint.
She's been happily married for 10 years. Okay, we can be friends.
You can get these and paint them yourself, or you can get them painted white, which is why they got the base coat of layered chocolate on them. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint them white while we're on camera, because I got to get them done. And then also this
They
one
don't really
also,
want to see you paint those white, do they?
I think they do.
Maybe we could just spray them.
Maybe. This.
Oh,
is
how much
a
are
big-
those corbels? Do you even know?
I don't even know off the top of my head.
I could tell.
I set the price on them after I started making them like
What
over
are they
a
called?
year
The
ago.
Olivers.
I designed them when we did that table for the plant bar a year ago. They just had their
So
1
it
year
depends on how
anniversary.
you have them finished, but in white they're $55 for the pair. Those are on JamiRayVintage.com. Eventually we will move some corbels and candlesticks over to the home site, but
And the little pig,
not.
the pig cutting board.
Yeah, actually, ironically, we had bacon for breakfast, and I put it out on our pig cutting board. Jack said that wasn't funny, but I thought it was.
Also candlesticks. Got to finish these up too. So maybe I won't paint white. We'll paint some thrift hauls. Let's get to painting, guys.
Zeb seems like a big teddy bear beast. Well, he has a lot of back hair.
Depends on if it's summer or not. If it's swimming season, I'm good to go. If it's
It
winter time,
takes you longer to get landscaped than me. He's like, "Can you buzz my back?" And I'm like, "Those are the words I've been dying to hear." Yes, of course I will. The kids are like banging on the door. "Let's go to the pool!" And I'm like, "I'm buzzing your dad's back."
you know, in the summertime it actually does get super hot. I get real sweaty if I don't take care of it.
Yeah, in the wintertime, I mean extra sweater.
All right, what am I grabbing? What are we gonna paint?
What are we going to paint?
I kind of want to paint these.
I need that cast iron piece, but can you just twist off the top?
Yeah.
That would make it a lot easier. And I think I'm going to go ahead and paint it black because it's already
Are you
black.
painting the top or the bottom?
I'm going to paint the top.
Okay, but the top, it has a long pole on it that I don't know if that's going to make it easier to paint.
Can't you just unscrew it here?
I could.
There's a male and a female and you should be able to unscrew it. Super chat from Leon Lima.
Oh, thank you.
I think that was because we talked about your back hair. I thought it was funny. Jen says, "What a good sport to joke about his hairy back." Oh, yeah.
Man,
You know,
I got hair growing in all weird places, and then I'm bald on top, so it don't matter.
last week we talked about your nose hair. This week we talked about your back hair. Stay tuned for next week.
A couple weeks ago it was my long eyebrow hair, you know.
We could talk about my situation. You guys want to know my secret? You guys ready? My eyebrow secret? So I'm lazy and I don't like to pluck them. So I have rogue eyebrow hairs, but instead of plucking them, I just put a lot of eyeshadow over them and then I powder my eyebrows on. So for the most part, you can't tell, but if you see me IRL, you're gonna see extra eyebrow hairs. Sometimes I pluck them like every 6 months, but ain't nobody got time for that.
Jamie was glad when the big eyebrows came back.
I know, I've been waiting for bushy eyebrows to come back my whole life.
Alright, okay, what are we painting?
Oh, Delphina said she sent me an email about the red pot. I will check that out. It is late when we get home, and tomorrow is our day off, so it might not be till Monday.
We take our day off very seriously.
My hubby looks like he's wearing a hair vest.
This could go a different direction we don't want.
So Nancy said it's awful. They're talking about thrift stores being closed. So while Zeb's getting paint, I'm going to talk to you about a video that we have coming up next week, and it's very serious. It's a PSA. So because thrift stores are closed, we know that people are going to be finding ulterior places to, hold on, let me move this over, to thrift at. But we know about the situation that I need not name. People in a year from now are going to be like, what is she talking about? Anyways,
They'll still know.
What?
They'll still know.
We're going to talk about thrift protection. I liken it to when you're in high school and you have the sex ed class, right? Like
You
the
could just
best.
say maturation.
Well, nobody but Utah calls it that. They tell you, like, the best option is abstinence, right? So the safest thing would be to not junk it all and take other people's crap, which, I mean, when you're getting junk off the side of the road, you never know what it is. But we know, just like with teenagers, that they're not going to listen to advice, that there is always going to be the people that are going to go out and junk. So if you're going to junk, you're going to need protection. That's where we come through. So we're going to do a video this week, hopefully finding some curbside pickups, but also sharing with you guys some really practical safety advice, because when you love junk the way I love junk, you want to be safe. And I don't want anybody out there not being safe when they're getting junk. So we're going to do a video on that week.
Jami,
what?
Where did you go with the farm fresh?
Zebulon, I don't know. I don't remember.
What color do you want to paint that?
Paint what? This?
That, yeah. You got white swan right there right now.
I wasn't going to paint this.
Oh, you're just going to leave
I
it
was going to
black?
clean it, yeah.
Oh, it's gross.
All right, well,
It's all chipping on the
just
bottom.
pick a color then.
Just paint it white swan.
Somebody said ew. Safe junking, that's right. So anyways, we're going to be talking about safe junking this week. Safe junk. All right. I got 4 orders on my home decor website. I'm so excited. So here, I should tell you guys, hopefully nobody gets mad. The home decor website, we're going to be shipping Wednesday through Saturday because that's when the shop's open. So basically the idea is that the home decor website takes place of the retail sales we're losing in the shop. So that's what we have going on. Brittany says, Jami, I give you props. Not sure how you keep so calm. If this many women talked about my man like that, I'd have to keep him in the basement. I'm not even sure what people are saying. So I guess that's good. I can't read them all.
It's all right. I only have eyes for Jami.
And most of the women, I have to say, that are like our channel are like older than me. So I'm good. All right. What home decor website? Tammy, you're late. We launched JamiRayVintageHome.com. So check it out.
All right. I can't find the farm fresh. I'm just going to have to choose another color.
So the home decor website, you just do Jami Ray Vintage, and then you just add the word home, and then .com, and it'll take you to the home decor. Oh, farmhouse update. Hi, I feel like I've talked about 1,000,003 things. So farmhouse update is that we have ordered wood, wait for it, to start framing. It's exciting. So
I'm
that's
excited.
next week. And once it stops raining, snowing, and earthquakes, we will be pouring the foundation for the garage. So that's exciting.
Just the pad. The foundation's there.
All right. What
I have to finish a little bit of electrical. We got to do the lights and the dining room in the old part of the house, and then the electrical will be roughed in essentially.
I need black.
Oh, black.
Yeah.
I didn't grab what
All
you
right.
bought.
We'll just use the skeleton key on. Are you gonna put the patina over that?
I'm gonna put the skeleton key on those just here and there, and then I was gonna see what it looked like with the pennies
Patina.
from heaven, and then I might use the shipwrecked. or I
Okay.
might
So
not.
we're gonna need the pennies from heaven, the shipwrecked, and I need black.
Oh, I found the farm fresh. It's right up here on the wrong shelf.
It was right next to where I left it, not the wrong shelf. I need black.
I'm getting it.
All right. What time we got on here? Oh, 9:17. We best hurry.
Yeah, we got 13 minutes to get some crafting.
Jami,
on.
is the home decor website temporary? Heck no.
No, that's staying forever. We're gonna build that thing. So many things on there. It'll be cool.
Zeb has cool. Oh, they're talking about drooling. I'm
Drooling.
like, do you
I
need
do that
to
a
see
little.
a doctor?
I do that a little.
No,
at
they're
night.
drooling. I'm like, if you start drooling, you might need to seek medical advice. Maybe it's a side effect of the thing I want to talk about. Zeb, can you give me some sandpaper, please, sweetie?
Yes, I can.
Jami and Zeb take turns sitting that stand in front of each other. It happens. Jami, do you still have the butterfly window? I don't think I do. I think it's sold. Okay, let's see. He found the farm fresh. Jana's laughing. So the farm fresh is right by all the new products, because the last time I used the new products, I used the farm fresh. It makes completely logical sense.
I think I am going to try it out so that you guys, because you already saw what it looks like with the farm fresh, so I'm going to try it out with the skeleton key.
This has some weird glitter on it. So I'm going to sand this, not because the paint won't stick, but because it's got some weird situations
Yeah, it's
happening.
got like some, I told you, it's in rough shape. Like, you definitely want to paint that.
It's shabby chic. It's more shabby than
Can you
chic.
pass me one of those brushes over there?
What? Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody was asking about our new website. Our new website is through Square website because it's linked to our retail store, which has always been ran on Square. Caitlin keeps having to tell people the word that I won't talk about.
Caitlin, stop it.
If you don't know what it is, I'm not going to tell you.
I'm gonna go back and delete all her comments later.
So, whatever, it's fine. Fine. Hello from Nashville. Let's see. Chasing life used an emoji. I feel like that works. I feel like when you sometimes when you use words for things you're not happy about, you give power to those things in your life. So by refusing to mention the word, I feel like I've obtained some power. I'm not really sure that that's the actual case, but I'm going with it. Okay. Is this painted on the bottom? Oh, that looks bad.
Yeah, I told you.
Connor, I do sometimes paint the underside of furniture because that looks...
So it's like the bottom side, it's like really rough MDF.
Yeah, it looks bad. Is that MDF or is that particle board?
That's MDF.
Oh, Tara says the taboo like in Harry Potter. I'm not enough of a Harry Potter fan to know exactly what that means. I've watched some of the movies, but slept through half of them, so...
Watched them, they were on while Jack was watching them.
You're talking about it like it's a demon. Yeah. It's pretty much one of the junkiest things that's ever happened. All right, I'm not talking about. Joyful Living says she ordered from the site. Did you order from the home site? How was that? We don't really know. Like,
you guys
we tested it once before we came live, and I'm like, Caitlin, I hope we did it right. We'll find out.
All right. A little bit of skeleton key. It's like a really soft grayish blue color. I think that's going to look great. We're going to get the heat gun out.
Billy is still talking about your extra sweater. Like, I feel like it's been at least 5 minutes. Still a conversation. Nobody's talking about my Mr. Rogers sweater. I think this is like the blue iris color. Won't you be my neighbor?
All right, so these are a little bit different height on these.
Do I have a retailer in Australia? Yes. Carts Amelia is on there. And then we have another retailer. Who is she? She's not on here.
I don't know.
Caitlin, can you list our Australia retailers if you can? If not, if you go to jrvwholesale.com.
I can never remember the name because it's a different name.
Yeah.
And I always, every time I look at it, I'm like,
oops,
I can't pronounce it good.
Now, I do need to disclaim that sometimes people get confused. We only have retailers that carry our stencil line. Like, we carry lots of things, but we have retailers for our stencil line. But we do have retailers in Australia, Canada, and Germany. But another good tip about buying from our stencil retailers is that you probably should contact them ahead of time if they don't have a website and ask what stencils they have, because we now have something like 100 stencils. And we don't require our retailers to carry all of them because it's a little excessive. Like here at the shop, we carry the full line and it's like a whole wall. It's a lot of stencils.
Some stuff's about to get retired because it's too many.
Let's see. Lots of peep tonight, Jan says.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
Everybody's at home hanging out.
So to recap on everything we've talked about today.
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. If you could keep up with all the stuff we've talked about, you're doing better than I am.
It's the very last day, very last few hours of our paintbrush sale. And it's 20% off Paint Pixie paintbrushes, and you don't need a code.
3/21/20.
That's right, he's putting the date in there. And then we launched our JamiRayVintageHome.com website. We have ordered wood for the farmhouse. We recently instituted curbside pickup at the store. And this morning, DIY launched 3 new products. So their primer, which comes in white and clear, the Shipwrecked, which is their turquoise wax, and also their Pennies from Heaven, which is the copper patina. And Zeb will link in the description box the video we just premiered this morning. Yesterday, we actually shot and edited 2 videos. And by we, I mean Zeb edited, but I worked on the website while he was editing.
Yeah, it wasn't like you weren't doing anything.
It was like tag team.
And you had to go do your marathon thrifting on Wednesday.
And in case you didn't know it, a week ago we launched our new 2020 line of stencils. And after the launch, we made 1 more stencil because Debbie wanted ferns. So that came out, and people may not know that it's even there.
Can you pass me the heat gun?
It's not plugged in.
Oh, well, I need you to plug it in down there.
Well, it's right here because I don't want my phone to unplug.
Oh, well, then we're good to go. It's up on top
I
already.
hope it doesn't like fry my phone. This is like, I'm pretty sure that this extension cord is from 1970.
It won't fry your
There's
phone.
not even a grounding thing.
Question.
Catherine.
What's the reason for new website?
So the reason for the new website is because we need to be able to keep our retail store open. So since everything is shifting online, the new website is basically the home decor side of Jami Ray Vintage. And my employees will now be able to stay employees because even if we have to close the doors or we're less busy, which we have been, I can still pay them because they can come fulfill orders and work on the website when they come into the shop. So that's the reason. And I've actually been planning to do it. My thought was, hey, I'll do it when the farmhouse is finished. But, you know, life happens, right? So it's good. And I've shipped stuff from the store for a while, but right now we're doing it through my email, which we'll still do because it'll take a while to get everything up. And that's not the best method. So a website just kind of streamlines everything. Jenny, Caitlin will drop the link to the website, but it's JamiRayVintageHome.com. And Lolly is still, oh, I forgot to mention that I painted a cherub and the bum crack had shipwrecked wax in it. If I can get to it, I'll show it to you.
I think it's in the front room. It didn't sell today, so.
But actually somebody emailed me about it and I have to ship it.
Oh,
I didn't even say it was for sale, but it's so cool. They're like, I want to buy it. So I don't know if they responded back yet. I just gave them a shipping code. All right, will you get the large hampers? Yes, they are on order. I don't have the tracking number, but they took the money out of my account. And normally that means that they're on their way. On a freight truck, I have 2 big pallets of product coming. So when those come in, I'll launch them. But I think half of them are already pre-sold because people love them.
And we'll let you know. We'll let you know as new things are coming out, cool stuff. Watch like Instagram, the stories on YouTube, the community posts on YouTube, Facebook. We'll get the word out when we get new stuff and new products. Or, you know, you can just check it periodically. It's going to kind of be like the shop. I mean, new stuff's going to be on there pretty much every week because we might do some cool stuff like this every now and then and just pop it on there.
So Jen had a question. She said, what's the herb thing? So it's like a rack that hangs from the ceiling or wherever you have a hook. And it has hooks on the bottom and you can dry herbs. But I actually think it would be cool for like a bunch of different types of decor.
Do you need to heat gun yours so we can get it done?
Yes, I do. Okay, while I'm doing this, would you go grab the cherub and then one of each kind of stencil brush so we can show them the sizes?
Yes, I have the
'Cause they've
stencil
been-
brushes over there if you want
Yeah,
to show
but
them.
those are like the prototypes, some of
Those are the
them,
crusty ones.
and they're crusty. And they're not all of
The
them.
ones we have neglected to wash.
That is true. Deb said she just bookmarked my new site. The thing about the home decor is a lot of it is big, and so shipping is a little bit spendy. So what we did is if you spend $200, which is a lot, but if you spend $200, we cover the shipping. Someday we'll be big like Amazon, and then maybe we'll be able to do free shipping, but ain't nobody giving us free shipping or cheap shipping. Alicia English is on here. She's been working on her new RV renovation. Vintage Junk to Funk said, I love the brushes I ordered from Jami Ray Vintage. I've been watching Vintage Junk to Funk on Instagram. She's been working on projects. Maria says, John Pitt, she had a few bags hoarded. I actually, why do you have a 25-pound bag of flour lying around? Is that even a question? You guys know that we live in Utah, right? You might not, not everybody knows this, but I belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, if you want to use the whole word. And one of the things we do is we have food storage. I could tell you 1,000,003 food storage jokes, but I'm just going to tell you one. I actually had 100 pounds of flour plus some more, because you never know when a natural disaster or the thing that I won't mention that's going on in the world right now will happen. So we have food storage, so I don't have to go crazy. There's the Cherub. But here's a funny story about food stores, and I can say it because I told my mother-in-law I was going to share it. When Zeb and I were dating, his mom is like super into food storage. Like she tried to get cracked wheat into everything, including cookies. And when they were growing up,
She didn't try. She was very successful.
she accomplished, yes. If you can put wheat in it, his mom has a recipe. But we're sitting at the breakfast table, and I get my milk poured out of a pitcher, which I was like, that's weird. Why isn't your milk like in a gallon jug? Maybe his mom's fancy. Is there a cow outside that they did in the pitcher? So I get my breakfast and I drink my milk, and I'm like, and I whisper to Zeb, I'm like, Zeb, the milk has turned. And I whispered it. It was way softer than that. It's bad. Don't drink it. You're going to get sick. And so, of course, what does he do? He drinks the milk and he goes, it's not bad. Maybe it's just powdered milk. And I was like, I whispered that because I didn't want to offend your mother. Like, we'd just been dating. So lots of times people keep powdered milk in their food storage.
All right, here's the number 20 stencil brush for doing big stencils. This is the number 12 for doing some detail work. It's great if you want to do multiple colors on like a small flower or something. This also works for detail. It's the number 18. And these are pretty high quality. We tested them hard and we still use them very hard.
We use them for waxing too, so not just stenciling. Like if you watched our patina video. Did
So
you show
this is
the
number
back of that or
24.
just the
This
front?
is pretty big. I gave him a full turnaround. So
Margie
we could see
says we did the half powdered, half regular. So far, we have not ran out of milk. We got down to 4 gallons because we normally keep 6 a week, and I picked up 2 more gallons. They're actually in the fridge here at the shop, so I need to remember to take them home. All right, love the RV series. Let's see. I'm curious about the big tin with the lid. What are you curious about it? All right. Question, you were out of the little detail brush. Do you have it yet? Anna, if we don't, Caitlin can order it. So when we're no longer live, give us about 20 minutes-ish, and we'll make sure they get loaded back up on the website. Elaine says, ew, powdered milk is awful, not mixed enough. You know, it's like fine wine. It's an acquired taste. There's nothing wrong with powdered
there's
milk.
nothing fine with it. It serves its purpose, but
So, yeah, no.
it's not
I'm
my
like, if
favorite.
I have a choice between powdered milk and water, I'll just drink water. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going on with the pennies from heaven right over this skeleton key.
Margie says emergency only. Yeah, we have powdered milk at our house, but it actually expired in 2012, so it's not really going to help us.
We're keeping it, but we don't know
We're
if we'll
keeping
actually
it
use
just
it.
in case. We'll try it if it hasn't gone bad. My father-in-law says
You're supposed to
mix it-
rotate when you have that much year supply, but we didn't rotate.
There's things that I'm not going to drink, so I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm wasteful, but hard pass.
Okay, so this was one dip on here. I have not re-dipped my brush.
So Chasing Life says, who doesn't have 25 pounds? Everybody should have at least 100 pounds put up. We've got all the big flour, including wheat berries, and the delicious powdered milk in excessive amounts. It's funny because, ironically, while I was buying the flour, Caitlin was on to her last cup, and she needed some.
Okay,
And I
so
happened to be on the phone with her.
I'm gonna have to do another dip to finish
When
that
I dip,
top.
you dip, we dip. You know what?
But it pretty
2
much
cents.
covered.
Vintage Funk to Junk, it won't let you join the membership.
Oh,
Maybe it's because are you on an iPad? Sometimes it's funky.
if you're on like an iPad, it won't. You gotta go.
2012 was a leftover from the Christy Frame gal's wedding. That wedding was not 2012. When did they get married?
06.
2006. All right. So here's the thing. We have a, what did Les say? Have you tried skim milk? I used to drink it, but we are a whole milk family now.
Oh, milk's better for you.
A little trick that my brother-in-law said for powdered milk is mix in the vanilla coffee creamer, and it makes it taste a lot better. He says it makes it palatable for his kids. Can I have that screwdriver? But my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they live in a very small mining town, so sometimes things like milk run out because there's only one store. Oh, Margie got the letter holder with the birds on top. Only 3 left because she went shopping.
Nice.
Really, what I started.
We
this
will get
website,
quantities
so-
up on there, but we were trying not to spend too much money to get it
And see, I was
started.
literally just shopping for the shop, and I don't usually order huge quantities, so. But I bought all the things that I wanted. I don't actually have anywhere to put stuff right now because I'm prepping to move someday when the farmhouse is finished. So I feel the need to shop by shopping for things that I sell. I mean, I don't really care where the stuff goes. I just want to buy it. Buy all the things. Alright. What is the greenish color on the candlesticks? It's actually like a bluish gray.
It's skeleton key. And yeah, it's like a smoky blue kind of, depending on what lighting you see it in, it looks gray or it can look blue. I love it. It's a great color.
So I am using one of our new grain sack stencils, and I believe this is Cooperative Agricole. And I'm sure that's not how you say it because it's French or whatever language it is. And I know speak the French. I know how to say beurre because that's better. And lait, which is milk, because we drink a lot of milk. The funny thing about milk is when we were in France, I asked for milk and they brought it to me in a creamer, and I was like, huh? Because apparently they don't drink milk there, not like that. And I went to drink it out of the creamer, and we were at a very fancy restaurant, and the guy was like,
he almost died.
He almost died. Like, he's like, American? He brought me a wine glass for my milk.
Did you put the heat gun down?
I'm
gonna just hit this with a little snoot of heat.
All right, but I can't hold your finger there, and then I'll grab it.
I got you.
Lisa says she drinks oat milk. I told Zeb we need to get a mini cow, but he said they didn't make them.
I've seen small horses. I don't know that.
I would bake with powdered milk. We couldn't actually find powdered milk the other day, so I bought a whole flat of evaporated milk, because you can bake with evaporated milk. And we have to have pancakes every Sunday. You could DIY a mini cow. How would we go about that? Don't encourage us, because Zeb and I think we can DIY just about anything. You know what's annoying?
I have so many projects to finish to start new ones right now.
What's annoying is when I get started on something and I think it's not going to take very long, and then it takes half the day. That's how it was when we did that sign that we made on our video for the curbside pickup. I was like, oh, it might take an hour. It took half a day, and the thing is depressing looking. I'm going to add some IOD transfers on it because it needs some help.
I'm going to pass this back to you.
Although I shifted.
Oh.
Don't make me shift. Okay, all right.
I'm just going to hold this right here for you.
All right, I'll just go fast. So what I'm doing when I like offload over here is I get the paint and then I get most of it off, and I keep my brush very dry. If your brush gets too wet, that's when you have bleed through, and I probably wasn't as careful as I should have been. So having a nice thick stencil and a really good stencil brush makes all the difference. And I'm not just saying that because I sell them. I'm saying that because it's true. I sell them because I couldn't find what I liked, and so I was like, I can't find it. I was making my own.
What size brush did you go with?
18. I never know what the names. I mean, it's my own stencil line. I can't ever tell.
The trouble is we name them and then we don't think about it again. We just use the stuff.
Well, at least we gave them numbers. Debbie was like, let me name something Salvation Solution and Pennies from Heaven and Shipwrecked. I can't even say Shipwrecked. I mean, they're cool, creative names. It's just, Zeb can never remember them.
I won't remember them. I'm like, give me that blue wax.
Yep. When I need paint, I'll like give him I'll tell him the paint name. He's even worse with the milk paint names because there's more colors.
Oh,
and
there's like,
and he's like, oh, you
like
mean
3
red?
different brands of the milk paint.
Or
like,
blue.
Like 3 different versions of it. All right, finish your stencil.
Okay, oh, I'm missing comments. You guys.
You can come back around.
I'm going to come back around to him. See, you're bossing me around.
I know, I'm so bossy.
Okay, funny story.
Oh, there's a funny story about
Today
the bossiness.
is like funny all the way around. Wendy is our new girl that works here, cute Wendy, and she says, my husband watched your videos with me. Okay, show him that. This is so
take
cute.
this from me.
Hold on, I'm going to throw that stencil on the floor. She said, my husband watched a video and said, are they always like that? And Wendy's like, Jami, exactly how she is on camera is exactly how she is in real life. She's like, Zeb, he's still nice, but he definitely has a camera personality. And I about died laughing. I was like, yep. He gets it from his mother.
It's like when you answer the phone, you're like, hello.
Hello. Like you could be yelling at the kids, someone calls and you're like, hi, how can I help you? But it's more like, hi, because you have a deep voice. Anyways, new grain sack stencil. We have 3 of the new grain sack stencils on the website. And then I took the 3 old grain sacks and the 3 new ones and we made a mini pack. I'm going to show those to you here real quick. Do we have another stencil brush?
Yeah, I'm grabbing more.
Oh!
What happened?
Oops, it got distressed. We'll just put it over here. It never happened. Only 1,000 people saw me do that, so it's no big deal.
What did you drop?
The top that I just stenciled.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
I'll just sand it with the orbital sander. It'll be great.
It doesn't even look messed up from here.
It's because I was telling stories.
You got some bonus white on it.
So we do have a nice, friendly female spirit that lives here, and I think she likes Zeb. And so when I told those stories about you, she didn't like that.
Sure.
I blame everything on her. All right, so I'm gonna grab these. These came from Wendy. She bought a huge pack of them. They're like balsa wood. And she bought a huge pack for her daughter's baby shower, and she didn't need 42. She just needed to spell the name. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay,
so this is the Shipwrecked. It is, I want to say like a verdigris wax. Oh, it says verdigris magic right on the description. Look at that. But it is great. So we got this. I missed a spot there. That'll be okay. We'll cover it up with wax.
Where's the stencil brush?
This is the pennies from heaven. You could leave it like this. I think that looks cool by itself.
Okay. But we don't have a mat, so I'm going to have to just use a table.
That's fine.
It's
the table's got a lot of paint on it.
It's not its first rodeo. All the pictures for the website, I had to go get a giant one of our European antique cutting boards. And literally, the way those were taken is we took this table, we shoved it up against this door. This was really ugly, so we put the cutting board on top of it, and then I photographed everything on top of the cutting board and close enough that you couldn't tell what it actually was. All right, let's see. Anna says, I can't tell if it's the family or church member on the phone voice. So, you never know who's going to be on the other side. I mean, who even answers the phone anymore? I love it when they leave you a voicemail. I'm like, you're going to leave me a voicemail, and I'm going to just read the text conversion of that.
I answer the phone if you're programmed in.
That's right. In
or
fact,
if it's the kids' school.
I hung up on your mother today. It wasn't intentional. I love my mother-in-law. We're really close. I think we talked for like an hour because it's been too long. But I don't have her house number programmed in. And I realized as I was hitting the end button, it said Columbiana, which is where they live. And I was like, oh, I just hung up on Zeb's mom. But I called her right back. So if you try to call me and I don't know who you are, you're not going to get me because I won't answer. Also, if you're a bill collector. Just kidding.
It's hard to tell.
Sorry, not sorry. All right. I'm just using the mini stencils. Question, does the copper look thicker or cover better than the golden ticket? So
it does cover really well.
I feel like it covers better, but Debbie said it was thin, so I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a side by side. So the thing about the copper patina, we actually just ordered some more, is that if you want it, you should order it because it's gonna be super popular. And the metallics that are in it, not only are they uber expensive, which is why the patina is expensive, they're not easy to procure, and they have to be shipped in. So
I'm gonna let that sit for a hot second.
this morning, Caitlin was still sleeping because her little boy kept her up all night, and I was like, oh, I can see the quantities going down, so I ordered like a ton of them. We already have some here, but this was like to order more. I think I'm shifting. And I was really impressed because I haven't ordered stuff in a while, and I had to text Debbie to get the website, which she laughed, but she shouldn't laugh because she doesn't order stuff usually either. And I figured it out, and she's like, you still got it, Jamie? So I used to order, you know, a long time ago, but there was no Caitlin. I ordered every day. All right. Here's the first one. So that's the one I just did, but in the mini. Isn't that cute? All right. I should have done a different one because you already seen that. Let's see. Marty says she's the youngest of 10. Did you just interrupt me?
No, I was just talking at the same time. It's not interrupting.
I was just kidding. You go.
I was just gonna say these little stencils would be great for like jars and crocks and things, and like if you're doing what is it? I lost all the things I was gonna say now.
You pulled a
terracotta pots would be great on those. They look really cool.
I made them because I thought they looked really cute, like kind of like the crockery stamps, but just in a grain sack style. It would be cool to paint a vent hood with a copper penny. All right, question, what does that stencil say? That one says Cooperative Agricole Region Chalonnais Verdun sur la Dupes. Now, that's completely pronounced wrong. This one, I can say this one. This is the Kroger Grocery and Baking. You really should take, oh, I'm like shifting all over the place.
Okay, so I've got the shipwreck is on here, and now we're gonna make the magic happen. But I gotta
It'd be
get a rag
so
first.
cute. Oh, your stencil, your club, whatever that is, phone is dying. These would be so cute if you made them on little sachets.
It's not dying. It's still got 20%,
Alright.
and we're already like almost done.
I'm giving up on this one. There's more to it, but I just stenciled the top part. So this is the Kroger one. We have a big one of all of these. All right, moving on.
So
Oh, this one has wheat on it.
You could leave it like this. The Pennies from Heaven is like liquid patina, so it's got a built-in sealer, so you don't have to seal. And then I just added the shipwrecked wax. So once I wipe this back a little bit, these are going to be done. And I'm just trying to pull back some of that shipwrecked from places I don't want it.
Heidi's on here. Heidi, your clock is ready.
Oh yeah,
So
I
just
finished the
message
clock
me. I was
today
supposed
too.
to PM you, but it was a little bit of a crazy day.
Because I just want the shipwrecked wax to just sit right down in there, in the cracks.
This balsa wood must be super slippery because I cannot keep this still to save my life.
It's just really thin, I think, is the. Like you need to hold one thumb on the wood and one thumb on the.
It's like thumb yoga. I don't know where to
You're
put
gonna
it.
get paint on you.
Well,
I like the weed on that one.
yeah, hopefully I do it justice. I promise you they're not hard to use. I'm just not good at it.
So I didn't clear wax under here or anything.
Here's the wheat one.
If you're popping in and you didn't see the whole process, this is just shipwrecked straight over the top of the new Pennies from Heaven copper patina.
All right, I'm gonna do this one because I have not seen this one before. This is the new one. You won't get to see the whole thing because it's bigger than my piece.
And then I have some skeleton key up underneath that, and that's going to kind of change the hue of the Pennies from Heaven. Depending on if you go darker or lighter with your paints, that'll change the way the Pennies from Heaven looks.
Trying to get all the words. And I just did my finger.
Oh no!
What did you just break?
I broke it. I dropped it and broke it. Oh well, I know how to fix it.
We are awesome tonight.
Well, that one's done. We'll show you the
I'm
good
sorry
one.
I screamed and yelled in your ear.
She's very screamy when some things surprise her.
Here's this one. It's only part of it because obviously it doesn't all fit.
I'm just quality testing it before we sell it. Oh,
Is
sad
it
face.
fixable?
Oh yeah, I'll totally fix that. It'll be stronger than when it broke.
We'll give it
It's
a
got. It had
90.
it. I realized why. You can see where the paint leaked in. The Pennies from Heaven leaked in. It had a crack before I did it, so it was just. It was supposed to be like that, so that I would know I needed to fix it.
Are you guys using microfiber rags to wipe off? Do you just wash in the washer?
That's just a cotton rag.
This is just a cotton rag. I actually bought a box of 50 because we used to do a lot of distressing and stuff with like paper towels and Lysol wipes, which was A, not eco-friendly, and B, they don't have them on the store shelf anymore. So I got eco-friendly and bought a big box of rags from Home Depot, and I'll just wash them.
Don't you worry about my hard work. This is fine.
You got this. I feel like I think those need more shipwrecked.
They might, but I'm gonna fix this. So this construction adhesive, once I get this on here, it'll probably break somewhere else before it breaks here.
Yeah, it's good stuff. They said we complement each other and we're a hot mess.
Whoa, we're always a hot mess. I mean, you guys are getting us at the end of the week, the end of the night, and we're usually crazy through the week. So, you know.
And I'm still not recovered from daylight savings time. Zeb and I have been up watching Star Trek every night, well past midnight. And then there's been all these stupid earthquakes that wake me up in the morning. And the other day there wasn't even an earthquake, but I dreamt there was one and that woke me up. And I was like, are you kidding me? And my kids sleep in, so since they don't have school, we really do not have to get up before 8 unless we have something business to do. That's all. That's the joy of social distancing. You get to sleep in. All right, here's this one. I got one more. One more and then I'm done. It's those creepy flowers bringing bad juju. They are creepy. I feel like you could see that in a haunted house with like blood dripping on it.
It reminds me of the haunted house at haunted mansion at Disney.
They said it's the fruity pebbles. Amy, I use double-sided tape. That's smart to sticker stuff.
Can you pass me the heat gun again? I'm just gonna fix this all right now.
Why, sure, sweetheart.
And then I think we're pretty much done.
Let me pass
Do you have
that
one
to
more
you.
stencil to do?
Hold on. I have one more stencil. I'm done. All right. And all the new, so the new ones are these three. I mean, the mini pack comes with 6, but these 3 all come in a large size too, for like bigger pieces of furniture. Or if you wanted to like stencil on fabric and make a faux grain set. Can you move the can you move the candle holder so they can see
This
my
one that's
stencils?
oh.
I don't know what's blocking them. I promise I'll hold them all up. Okay, let me try
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna hold them up and see. They're small, so we'd have to hold them up anyway.
My hand's blocking that one. We'll show them to you when I'm done. I just got one more.
Winning.
You guys, if you haven't tried crafting when you're exhausted on live TV with 1,000 people watching you, you should try it. It's good stuff.
Are we up to 1,000?
I think
1.1.
so. 1.1. I think it was more, but I think some people left.
They're like, oh, he just broke that. I gotta go.
They're like, peace out. I gotta go buy some toilet paper. I have a never-ending amount of jokes. Okay. Kaylin, they'll hold them up and drop them. Don't worry. Thanks.
We will hold them up and drop
Thanks for
them.
the vote of confidence. Right before we went live, Caitlin's like, do you need me to do anything else with the website? And I'm like, nope, we're done.
Done for today.
We are done. They said daylight savings. Can't wait to get my hour back. Utah voted to get rid of it.
Maybe we won't have to deal with it this fall.
So I'm like, please let it be done. Please let it be done. The positive things that happened today are, I don't know if you guys heard, we bought a new car a few months ago. And when we traded in the other car, we got our check back today for the warranty that we bought for the other car because it was used, so you buy those extended warranties. So that was exciting. And then our teenage son has a college from the awesome state of Nebraska.
He got scouted.
He's been getting scouted for wrestling, and he told us he didn't want to wrestle in college, but now someone's given him the song and the dance, and he's like, maybe I do want to wrestle in college. So that was super exciting.
He's like, Nebraska, that's 14 hours from home.
know.
Yeah, I can go there.
Yeah, so it was good. So even though life is crazy and there's stuff going all around, I didn't get to go to my sister's. I actually am not going to lie. I had a huge cry last night, like the kind of cry where you use more toilet paper than you have rationed. I mean, you could use Kleenex, but we use toilet paper at our house. And my daughter walked in, and I couldn't even talk to her about it. It's funny, this morning I was like, just so you know, I was just crying because I was sad I couldn't go. She's like, I know. I'm like, okay. I just want to make sure you didn't think I was like losing my stuff.
Having a meltdown.
No matter what, I woke up this morning and the sun was shining, and I had bacon and eggs for breakfast, and I was able to come to the shop and play with my kids, and life goes on. You know, it's not always pretty, it's not always easy, but life goes on. All right, let's try to show these.
Here, hand them
And
to me
not
and I'll
drop
show
them.
them close.
Well, it's not like you don't drop stuff.
Oh, that was on purpose.
Yeah, cute. So my thought is, I know these aren't perfectly stenciled, but I'm going to sand them, and then I'm going to do like the gray patina over them so the wood gets stained, and then I will take like hemp and hang them with a banner because I think they would be so cute. And it's even cute, like even without the full amount on there. Oh, super chat from Carts and Millie. She says there's always another brand new day. Yep. The first day of spring happened this week. You know, craziness going on in the world, and spring still came.
All right, so you guys see those good? Look at the wheat on that one.
I know. All right. Tennessee says, what did I use for this? It's balsa wood. So Wendy, one of my girls, my friends that works here, had a bunch of these left over, and so I have a whole pile of them. So I'm going to make a bunch of really cute banner using all my stencils. I actually think it'd be really cute because we have that Easter mini set.
Oh yeah.
Do an Easter set of
I have a
these.
whole stack of these.
Yeah. And we'll come out with probably a summer 4th of July watermelon type set too. So that would be fun on those. All right. Hey, they said Nebraska junk jaunt would be on the way to school. I was like, you do realize that if you think Utah's cold, Nebraska's real cold.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with us tonight and listening to all the things that have happened this week.
I've got all my words out now, so I can be quiet. Just kidding. Make sure you guys are hitting up JamiRayVintage.com for the paint and products you saw here today. And definitely check out JamiRayVintageHome.com, our newest website that just launched with all of our home decor. If you like this video, click that share button, share it with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
And thanks for the super chat, Crescent Moon Cottage.
She's jumping in last minute there.
And she said, well, she said
she's recovering from surgery, so no laughing hard.
And
get the pillow.
Just so you know, we did catch up with a new Picard. She messaged me and let me know that there were no F-bombs in the episode, so I could watch it. So, I appreciate that. Love you guys.
All right, guys.
Take it easy, stay safe, and we will be back next week with more videos, our Waste Not Wednesday, and another junk haul. No more thrifting for a while.
It'll
Bye,
be
guys.
junk for sure.
I'm posing.
I'm trying to hit the button.
You're not ending it.